I'm Eli Mcgowan, and I'll clap for audio. I'm Eli Mcgowan, and I always wanted to be a filmmaker. I grew up with a huge family. I actually have 7 younger siblings, and I would force them to be in my movies with our, home camcorder, and we filmed everything. We filmed so much that one time my parents were horrified when they found out we had filmed over the birth of one of the children that they had filmed at the hospital. We just filmed it over making our movies. But I ended up in law school, actually, and then in 2016 I quit law school to go into film full-time, and I've worked in film since 2016. Yes, my wife wrote August, our short film, and she was inspired to write it. It's about a 12-year-old boy who's shocked when German prisoners of war show up in his rural farming community in America, in Georgia, where we're from. She was inspired to write it when her dad found a penny, a German Pfennig piece, in the 70s. He found it on his family farm, and they realized that German prisoners of war had worked doing agricultural work there. And then she wrote a short story, and when I read her short story, I said, I want to make this into our next film, and that's what we did. We're very excited. We enjoyed the showings yesterday, and Reims is a very beautiful city, and Red just kind of has a little bit of pizzazz about everything they do. So it's been a great experience, and I'm very happy to be back here in Europe. I lived here for 4 or 5 years, 20 years ago, and I thought I'd come back sooner, and I never did. And so I finally got to come back, and I am enjoying myself a lot. I highly recommend everyone submit and see, where they stand in the quarterly contests and then annually, because it's been a ride. Yeah, we're doing several projects right now. I've been working on a documentary about families involved in commercial crab fishing in Oregon. Kind of like Deadliest Catch, but more of a cinematic documentary that looks at multiple generations of family. And then we're also shooting another short film that deals with the topic of child marriage, and we're doing that in October, another narrative short. We're super grateful to everyone who worked with us, from our producers to our crew, who spent several days in freezing cold, kind of beyond cell phone service, out in the middle of nowhere. They like to joke that I like to take them to very harsh places, because the short we did before August was up on top of a mountain. We had to hike 4 hours to get there, and then we were out in the middle of fields in the middle of nowhere. And next time we're going to go back to the mountains. So they have had to put up with a lot, and I'm very happy that they work with us. We had a lot of talented people involved. One of them is our cinematographer, Nina Miller. She's actually a French citizen. She's French-American dual citizen, and I wish she could be here this week, but she's shooting other projects. And she did a great job lensing the project and bringing it to life. And of course, our amazing cast. So many really great, talented actors that helped to bring the characters to life. And some of them were acting, and a couple of them weren't acting. A couple of them are just very true to who they are, and they were the right people for this role. And of course, our families and everyone who's stuck with the crazy artist kids through all these years. But yeah. Cobblestone streets. Grapes. The 400 blows. Con. The camera.